Yes, one of the most athletic big men on the planet will be competing here today. This is the frame carry. All of these guys got here today by competing in the Arnold Super Series. They've competed all over the world. And without further ado, we're going to introduce these guys. Doc, you got something for them?
Well, I think we can go through the introductions of, after we can say a little shout out to some of the great sponsors. I want to thank Rogue for everything they've done for us. Big shout out to Rogue. Go to roguefitness.com for all their products. I can attest that their barbells are the best. They're anything you need for CrossFit, strongman, powerlifting, Olympic lifting. They also have a lot of great videos. Go check those out as well. So go to the Rogue Arnold Strongman site.
And also Rogue will be live streaming. Like most of everything that you see today is going to be live streaming. The entire Arnold Classic. Also tomorrow at the Record Breakers, you can go to it on the Facebook page and see all of the live streaming videos.
So Mark, you're going to be backstage talking to the guys a little bit too, right?
I am. As soon as this event is over, I'm going to go in the back, do some live interviews, and then I'll come back out here and report and let y'all know what happened. Is that all right? All right.
A few more sponsors though. I want to thank Midway Muscle Technology for helping provide all the support for the Strongman series, the Arnold Strongman series. And also we want to thank Ty Knudsen, his great company, X-Pole, a huge sponsor for everything that we do up here. And the Magnum watches that he gives every man in the competition gets a Magnum watch. Also Royzo grip shirts that you saw yesterday in the competition with the Stone Shoulder. We'd like to thank them for supplying those shirts. Okay, I think we're ready.
Well, before we introduce the guys, right now the standings, Half-Stor Bjornsson is in first, Mikhail Shimnikov is in second, Mateusz Kieliszkowski is in third, and a tie with Brian Shaw. Matisse Belsac, JP is in sixth, seventh, Ranu Hanonta, and Dietmar Sabatinov is in eighth with a tie with Jerry Pritchard, and Mateusz Ozakowski is in 10th place. So without further ado, let's introduce the Giants.
Okay, first up, from Slovenia, 25 years of age, 6 foot 1 inches, 330 pounds, Mateusz Belsac, Slovenia's strongest man. And next up, a man who needs little introduction, from Iceland, 29 years old, 6'9", 430 pounds, the Mountain, Hafthor Bjornsson. He's your current leader with 18 points overall. And next, from the cradle of strongman, Quebec, Canada, age 35, 6'2", 335 pounds, JF Caron. Jean-Francois. Next up, Estonia Strongest Man, age 35, 6 feet 1 inches tall, the lightest man in the competition at 300 pounds, Rauno Heinla. And yesterday, a man that caused quite a sensation with that stone shouldering event from Poland, 3 times Poland's strongest man, age 25, 340 pounds, Mateusz Kieliszkowski.
And also from Poland, Mateusz Ozakowski, 27 years old, the lightest man in the field at 300 pounds. And next is this is our guy, this American guy, Jerry Pritchard. 6'4", 375 pounds. And from Bulgaria, 36 years old, 5'10", 330 pounds. Miko Savatinov. And the defending champion, 35 years old, 6'8", 440 pounds, Brian Shaw. And from Russia, Special Forces, 35 years old, 6'1", 320 pounds, Mikhail Shivnikov. This is your field of strongmen. They are ready to go. Gentlemen, let's do this. Doc, after yesterday, I think that for those of you that wasn't here, you missed the show. You missed the show yesterday, but
Have you ever seen anything like that before?
You know, maybe once or twice in the Arnold Strongman Classic have I seen a performance lifting the stone. And I mean, that's 3 times is not a lot of performances, but yesterday, the stone lift was one of the most incredible that I've seen.
That was 410 pounds, and he put it on his shoulder. Maciusz Kaliskowski put it on his shoulder 4 times.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, right now, if you look at the screen, these are the results from the first day, and we'll be doing the frame carry. It will be the next competition. All the guys are ready and warmed up. We're gonna make sure that we get out of the way and stand behind the white line so you can see. And we're gonna talk about this frame carry.
So what's different this year about the frame carry than normally?
Well, in years past, the frame, guys, y'all don't mind if we join you, do you? In years past, the frame carry, you've been allowed to use straps. So guys have come in and you see them hook in on the straps, sometimes even double straps. This year, no more straps. The guys will be trying to get up the ramp as fast as possible, but more than fast, they want to take short steps to be under control so they can make sure they get the highest finish.
And I think, so how
barbell since 2008 and will still be innovating in 2028.
Time, World's Strongest Man.
I wanted to be a Viking when I was a young boy.
Well, you couldn't dress up like one.
I wanted one of those helmets with the horns on it.
Okay.
All right, guys.
Matthews is ready.
We have one ready. You can see him being careful with his hand hook. No straps. Ladies and gentlemen, this is 900 pounds. Time is up.
Okay, big round of applause. That was our first athlete, Mateusz Ostaszewski.
Doc, almost halfway.
Almost halfway up.
Our next guy is going to be Jerry Pritchard from the United States.
And that's a man with a strong back.
As you can see, these guys are measuring. Let's give a big round of applause for the helpers today. Oh, come on now, they work harder than that.
So Mark, just imagine 900 pounds in your hands. Farmer's walk is hard. But not only that, you've got to walk up this ramp. And like you said, gravity takes over.
Most definitely. Everybody's going to have the same feel. So it's not like one guy is going to have something different. It's not going to change.
Right.
So it's an even playing field. You know, none of the guys are going to complain about it anyway. But it's always good when you're playing on the same kind of playing field.
Right, exactly.
So here we go, Jerry Pritchard. Ladies and gentlemen,
Wow.
Jerry Pritchard. I am not sure, but many years I have not seen people go that fast. I'm very likely that's a record. Working out the time.
Well, Jerry's a big man with a great deadlift.
I tell you what, it's been a long time since I've seen somebody. He looked like
That
he was running
fast.
up there.
That was fast.
The judges are working it out to get the right time. Everybody has a time. 9:58. And his time was 9:58.
Wow.
That's going to be very hard to beat.
So Mark, when you're doing this event, so your hands are on you, your back, your legs. Do you feel it in your feet and your lower legs at all? You must. I mean, going up this ramp.
Well, you know, anybody that's done any kind of stair climbing, after about 20 or 30 steps, you start to feel it in your quads. Your back is activated, so you're kind of doing like a straight leg kind of movement. So the quads and the back heavily influenced.
Okay. So next up is Dimitar Sabatinov. Miko.
Excuse me. Judge, you gotta bust the lock. We're gonna have to pause for a second. We're having a little technical difficulty with the stage, so we're gonna, with the ramp, they're gonna take the frame off and push it back together, and we're gonna restart in just a second. While we're waiting, Doc, when was the last time that you've seen a reaction from the crowd like we received yesterday during the Stone Lift?
I don't think I've ever seen that. At least not here at the Arnold. I mean, we had some big deadlifts. We had some great lifts with the timber carry. But I think what people didn't expect was that we didn't expect someone to do it 4 times like that. It wasn't just that he did it 4 times. I think he handled the stone pretty easily.
Yeah, I think that for everybody that didn't get to see the stone lifting yesterday, if you can go on the live streaming for Facebook, for Road, you'll get to see one of the most incredible performances that I've ever seen. I've been a fan long before I was a competitor. And man, it made all of us, guys that are at a Hall of Fame level, just be put in awe. It's hard to even talk about. Like, so definitely go in.
I love watching stone lifting anyway.
For those that didn't watch, if you look at the monitors, I think they're gonna play like a video.
Well, I love stone lifting anyway, so.
They're not gonna put it on the monitors, but it's on the live stream now. So if you have your mobile devices, you can go on Facebook, on Rogue's Facebook, and they're gonna show it over right now. Man, we're gonna have to get them to be able to put stuff on the big screen next year.
That'd be nice. I'd love to have people see that again today.
Yeah, have some instant replays.
Right, exactly. I think also just being there was a big part of it. That's why you don't want to miss any of the action for this Arnold Strongman Classic, ever. You want to be here for everything.
As you can see, the guys are hard at work over here getting the frame moved so they can push this stage back together. You see one band walking up this ramp, and you see a crew of 5 guys lifting this thing just to get it fixed.
And I'm pretty sure there's some strong guys.
Yeah, and that's pretty self-explanatory.
That's right there. Because you got 4 or 5 guys, all lifters, strong men, and it takes them all this effort just to pick it up once. These guys are picking them up and carrying it.
Drill, putting in brand new screws. They're fixing the stage. I just wanted to let y'all get a little sound effect. Okay, that's called clowning. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna get out the way before one of them jump up on me. I'm an old guy. Can you say that again?
I guess Pritchett just went that fast. When he slammed it in the end, he pulled everything apart.
Unbelievable. Well, you got 900 pounds moving as fast as he had it moving. When it hit the stage, it pulled it apart. I mean, that's incredible.
So, referees, are we ready? Dimitar Savatnov from Bulgaria. Dimitar Savatinov.
Let's hear it for him. Holding on to this bar is very difficult.
Well, that's pretty close to the first distance.
Well, they're gonna have to bring out the measuring tape to see how far he went.
That looks pretty close. from the first distance from
And it
Matthews.
was one of the first guys to come out and congratulate and pat him on the back was one of his competitors, Jerry Pritchard. You'll see a lot of that. These guys are like brothers. They travel the world together, and they actually want to see each other do well. It's not like a competition that you've ever seen before anywhere in any other sport. Like, this is truly a brotherhood.
Because they want to beat each other only when their competitors doing their best.
Okay, we're gonna go to the judges. We're gonna get a score so we can let y'all know how far the last 15 feet and 6 inches, which already puts him in second. Mateusz Ozakowski was 14 feet and 6 inches. He's getting fired up. You have a greater appreciation for what Jerry Pritchard just did after you saw a guy that has a really, really good deadlift come out and was only able to go up to 15.6 feet.
Rauno Heinle's up.
Come on, if you give him a little motivation, I think he can get. Being the lightest man in the field, this is not to his advantage. The heavier guys it takes to move the heavier implements.
Big round of applause for Rano. So Magnus, will he get a score with that? So we gave Rauno 1 feet 2 inches. Okay. All right, next up, JF Caron from Canada, Quebec.
Canadian Strongman, he's from the French Quebec, the cradle of strongmen. There have been so many strongmen come from French Canada. Let's go.
So they get a little bit of chalk, but no tacky.
Waking himself up, getting a little ammonia. The guys are not allowed to use tacky, which was a sticky substance that sticks the bar to your hands. There's none of that on this lift. Got time. See a guy with a strong deadlift. Let's hear it for him.
Okay, I think he moved up a little bit in the standings.
We're gonna see where this performance puts him. Looks to be a little bit more than Dietmar 17 off.
Okay, that was 18 feet 10 inches. That puts him in second place. Big round of applause for JF.
Moving up to second place, puts him in a higher standing.
Yes, and these gentlemen are fighting for points all the way. And next up will be Mateusz Belchak, Slovenia's strongest man.
You can see the care that they take on making sure that it's an even playing field. Steve Slater is sweeping it off, making sure that nobody slips or stumbles. There's chalk and little tiny wood fragments. They're just making sure it's safe. He's getting the instructions. It's like a prize fight. The referee is letting him know what he can do and what not to do.
There we go, Mateusz Belchak. Let's get behind him. Come on.
For those that's in it for the underdog, this is the guy to cheer for. He's the lightest man in the field. Let's hear it for him. You got time. Let's go, get fired up.
So I believe you have to pick it up. You can't just slide it.
That's the first time that I've ever seen somebody try to do a reverse.
Okay, but I think he was trying to slide it. I don't think that's the point. You got to be able to pick it up.
Yeah, you got to be able to clear it.
Okay. Let's get a distance on that and tell you where he is.
You saw the crowd cheer over here in the corner. The reason that they cheered, they saw the defending champion, Brian Shaw, walk out on the stage. He's surveying his territory. He's walking around it like an angry dog, looking for his next meal.
So that was 13 feet 7 inches. That puts him in 5th place. Okay, next up, Brian Shaw, U.S.
Brian wants to make sure it's cleaned off, where he doesn't slip or stumble. Clean the chalk out of the hand grip. One of the harder things about the frame carry is if you don't get centered in the right point, it'll tilt right to forward to back. So you see the guys trying to find their place exactly where they'll have perfect balance. Once again, he's getting his instructions. He knows what he has to do. Jared Pritchard has already took it all the way to the top. In a time of 9 seconds and 59.58 seconds.
Time to step up. Get after it. One time.
You can see his coach trying to get him fired up.
Come on. Get after it.
He's got that ammonia cap behind his ear. I think he's wide awake. What about y'all?
Big speed, Brian.
Brian's wide awake now. Are y'all? All right.
Attack, Brian. Attack.
Just checking. Brian Shaw. And we have another finish.
Wow.
That was pretty fast.
What do you think?
It's going to be close.
They're conferring.
It was fast, but not as fast as Jared Pritchard. 10.03. Now, Brian Shaw is in second place.
Second place. So now you're seeing how hard these guys work getting this thing back down. But one man brought it up. 5 men bring it back. All right, Mark, so far we've got Jerry Pritchett at 9.58 in first place. Brian Shaw's in second place with 10.03 seconds. And in third place, it looks like J.F. Caron with 18 feet 10 inches. So we got
Dilmar 17 off, followed by Mateusz Ostakowski. So we have 3 more competitors to go. Let's hope that we can see something spectacular happen right now.
Mateusz Ostakowski from Poland. Mateusz got a lot of athletic ability and speed, great grip.
Very strong back. Being the youngest guy in the field, he's got a long history ahead of him, a long future that is. But yesterday he made history.
He really did. And it shows how strong his back is as well. And his grip.
With a deadlift like he has, this is one of the events that actually fits into his wheelhouse.
Right.
So we're going to look and see if he can get under 9.58 seconds.
That's fast.
Let's let him hear you guys. That's time.
Oh, wow.
He started off in a way it looked like he was going to be able to break that record.
Mark, he was flying.
Man, that was just as fast
That was close.
as Jerry Pritchett went up, but then it hit him right there at the end.
But you already made that point that once the apparatus goes down, it's really hard to pick it back up.
Oh, most definitely. His grip is one of the strongest things, but it failed him on right at there at the end.
Yeah. Great effort, though.
Great effort.
So in second place is Mikhail Shivlikov. He's the next athlete up. And he also shouldered that stone as well.
We almost had a clean up on aisle 9 over here.
Human body next to the ramp. I'm off duty, thanks.
Well, you're a doctor, so if anything happens, you could patch him right up, huh?
Well, I think if 900 pounds landed on him, there's not much you can do. He's done.
900 pounds will squish you like a bug.
It would. And I didn't study bug squishing in school.
Y'all didn't know y'all was gonna come for comedy hour, did you?
Sorry, folks, the jokes don't get any better.
All right, here we go.
Mikhail Shivlikov from Russia. Currently in second place overall. good.
Those that can't see up close,
Mikhail Shivlikov of Russia.
we're gonna have to get them to come clean up. We got a nosebleed. Every now and then you have a guy, the internal pressure of the lift sometimes busts a little small capillary in the nose, and that's when you get the nosebleed. But the guys are coming out with a chemical solvent, and they're gonna clean up the blood, and then we'll get right back to work. I think this is, while we're doing cleanup, this is a fine time. Mr. Shivnikov has inspired me to give a shout out to all our armed forces. Thank you very much on behalf of the Arnold Classic and World's Strongest Man and Rogue. We love our military, and we thank you for the freedoms that you give us to be able to stand up here and do stuff like this. So thank you very much. All of our soldiers, if you see somebody, you shake their hand.
That was 24 feet 5 inches.
This is a sport.
So I believe that moves him up.
It's not for the faint of
Looks
heart.
like he's in 4th place so far. So we've had 2 people finish, 2 athletes have finished. Brian Shaw and Jerry Pritchett. Jerry Pritchett still in lead with 9.58. And Brian in second with 10.03 seconds. And with 36 feet 3 inches, Mateusz Kaliskowski. Okay.
Doc, I don't know if you noticed it or not, but the footwear changed.
What happened?
Yesterday you had guys wearing very hard bottom shoes.
Oh, okay.
So they can have not that much give. And you see the guys today, they have more like a sport shoe, like a running shoe, like a soccer shoe.
So they can move their feet a little faster.
So they can move and have a little bit more support, but also some flexibility in the shoes so they can bend and go up this ramp.
And then currently in first place, Hafthor Bjornsson.
Several times, Iceland's strongest man.
Valuable points.
And we have a finish.
Wow.
We don't have the time yet, but one of the reasons that he had to stop is he got a little off center and was going to go off the stage. But I'm glad he stopped and regrouped. That would have been a bad case right there.
Yeah, you can tell from up here that he was moving a little bit to the side.
11.8 seconds. 11.8 seconds
Wow, that's with a drop too.
with a drop.
That's amazing. Third place.
I don't know whose sandwich this is, but somebody left their sandwich sitting up here like, I won't take it. Is anybody else in here hungry? Okay, I'm not gonna give you this person's sandwich because I'm keeping it for myself.
Big man's got to eat. Again, let's give a big round of applause for this great road crew.
Unbelievable crew.
Steve Slater, Sean Slimmons, all these guys, unbelievable. A lot of hard work.
Guys are now gonna break it down.
What's next?